November 422 Bravo. Traffic you're following, 4 mile final twin Cessna descending out of 7,700. Contact tower 120.3. Good day.
Roger that, still looking at the traffic and we'll contact tower 120.3. See you later for 422 Bravo. Albuquerque approach, Skylane 2191 Romeo, 3 miles northwest of Blaine Regional, 8,000 feet.
Number 2191 Romeo, Albuquerque approach ident. Number 2191 Romeo, radar contact 3 miles northwest of Blaine Airport. Altimeter 29902, report 1 minute per hour.
29902 and Wilco.
Encompass 6079, did you need the RNAV visual or just the visual?
We need the RNAV visual to 26 for Compass 6079.
Encompass 6079, you can expect that.
We'll expect the RNAV visual runway 26, thank you, Compass 6079.
Compass 6079, Albuquerque Airport, 12 o'clock, 18 miles.
We're in MC currently for Compass 6079.
Roger.
Airport's in sight for Compass 6079.
Compass 6079, cleared RNAV visual, runway 26 approach.
Clear for the RNAV visual 26 approach, Compass 6079.
Albuquerque approach, Skylane 2191 Romeo, 1 minute prior to jumpers.
Attention all aircraft, parachute jump operations in effect over Blaine Airport, surface to 10,000. Limo 237, traffic just departed runway 26, westbound, Embraer 6,200, coming to 9,000.
237, go ahead. Departure SkyWest 4178, 6,600, climbing via the SID to 900,000.
SkyWest 4178, Albuquerque departure, radar contact, traffic 12 to 1 o'clock, less than mile, maneuvering, stationary 1,600.
SkyWest 4178, looking.
SkyWest 4178, traffic no factor, climb maintain flight level 200.
Climb flight level 200, SkyWest 4178.
Compass 6079, contact tower 120.3, good day.
Perfect, Tower, you have a good one, Compass 6079.
And approach, Cirrus 446, Fox Mike.
Sirius 6 Foxtrot Mike approach.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to proceed to direct to CESDA and do the RNAV 21 at Berlin. We'll stay in the pattern down there for a bit and then come back to you.
Number 6 Foxtrot Mike, roger, report established inbound.
Welcome.
SkyWest 4178, contact Albuquerque Center 124.32, good day.
12432, SkyWest 4178, good day. And approach Cirrus 446, Fox Mike is Cessna inbound.
November 6, Foxtrot Mike, roger. Be advised this Skylane parachute jump maneuvering over Berlin Airport 8,500. Register turn, change to advisor, frequency approach.
Okay, thank you. Albuquerque approach, Skylane 2191 Romeo, request frequency change.
Number 2191 Romeo, traffic 10 miles northeast inbound for Berlin, descending 8,000 Cirrus. Register turn, change to advisor, frequency approach.
Hey guys, just getting set up. I am not prepared. So I guess I'll plan on 2-2. So we'll go to gate 2. Grab the weather. I like to update the weather before I load in. That way everything is realistic. And then I use my weather injector afterwards. So I load real weather. So now the current real world weather has been loaded, which says match real world conditions. So then I change it to manually configured, which will leave it as what it just downloaded. So, you know, real world, it's winds 300 at 9, gust to 20. So that's what we're going to have to deal with. Time of day, and give that a start. Today's flight, it's just a relaxing flight. Take in the views. Weather should be relatively decent until we get to Albuquerque. Looks like there's some rain out there, but it's scattered. So the rain might move in, but pretty much it's going to be nice for the entire trip. Maybe a little spotty weather when we get to Albuquerque, but it's going to be pretty decent. So we got 131 passengers, 13,000 pounds of cargo. We're going to file flight level 320 using a J6 airway because it's it's a jetway, so it's above flight level 180. Victor Airways are below 18,000, so J6 is for above. And then that will take us to the Coulter 3 arrival in Albuquerque. So that's en route. Current with this current Eric, which is 2003. United 1399. We got SAS as an alternate. So let's grab our fuel calculations and whatnot. All right, I just use my laptop as a converter, so that's 11,700 pounds of fuel. So kilograms is 5307, so we'll just round that down to 5,300. Actually, I'll round it up. So 5.4 for fuel and 0 fuel weight. It's 134.2. That comes out to 68.72 in kilograms. 60,872 kilograms is the same as 134,200 pounds. And I know I can change this to kilograms, I just don't want to. So we have an altimeter at Amarillo 2977. And that is with ATIS Golf. And they're currently departing 22. So that's what we'll plan on. Albuquerque is landing west. So we're going to go to PilotEdge and we'll file the IFR flight plan 32 slant Lima for RVSM. So we got that file. Got our performance. We'll figure that out a little bit.
Skywest 5828, Albuquerque Airport, 12 o'clock, 13 miles. Skywest 5828, cleared visual, approach
And
runway 26,
hang on
contact
one
tower
second
120.3,
while I
good day.
put this to.
Runway 26 over to tower 20.3,
I need to put this to full screen mode.
Connected to PilotEdge.
Oh, I know what that is. That is Project Fly not wanting to work. So get rid of that. So Project Fly is down. Shocker, shocker there. Shocker, shocker. There we go. So we're in Texas currently, so we don't have any ortho scenery for Texas, but that's all good. Wingtip is pretty darn close, but it's not touching. Whenever you change liveries, you have to go back. I mean, the airplane liveries, you have to redo the ground liveries every time. So now we got our United liveries and our Gate Gourmet. Got her loading up. All right, let's add some power to the subject here. You have to wait for the on bat to come up. And you go to the next one. Wait for the second one to show up for on bat, and then you can turn on the third IRS. All right. What's the temperature? 70 degrees here at Amarillo. Get some fresh air.
Departure Alaska 1157, 7,000 climbing time.
Alaska 1157, Albuquerque departure, radar contact, reset transponder squawk 1541.
Ah, it doesn't work. Maybe PHP? There we go. Alright, the fuel was 5.4. Get that rolling. And we're doing 131 passengers. To match the zero fuel weight, I'll leave 1,000, and then I subtract what SimBrief gives me from, I subtract this from what SimBrief gives me. SimBrief gave me 60,872. So we're going to subtract 53,248 from what SimBrief, plus the 1,000 I left in cargo, and that will give us 8624, which should give me 6872, which it does. So now we are matching exactly what SimBrief is calling for. So we're going to round that up to 60.9 and 31.2. So when I say round up, we're going to use this number 7 digit to either round up or keep the digit. So if this was less than 5, then I would just keep it as an 8. But since this is a 7, I'm going to round that 8 up to a 9. So 60.9 and 31.2 is the figures that we need, and the load, weight, and balance is in the middle of the envelope, so we are good. Alright, so the takeoff, let me see, 60,872 plus 54 is 66,272. That'll be our takeoff weight. We'll figure that out in a little bit. So okay, so we're done with the math, the boring math part. We've got the passengers boarding, so let's get the APU going so we can get the environment going, because there's no way to get environment unless you have the APU on currently. It doesn't simulate. In the real world, there would be an air conditioning tube, which is what this thing is. I think 80% certain that that's the air conditioning tube, so it comes from the gate, and if it's not hooked up to the airplane, then you don't have any air conditioning. So the only way to get air conditioning is through the actual airplane APU system, unless and or the engine's running, but we're not running the engines. Check our bleeds as the APU is coming online. So the environment's kicking on, so the heat, it's about even, 21 Celsius. It's going to warm up to, well, it's going to stay right where it's at, actually. Hydraulic levels are fine. APU gens available. go ahead and disconnect external, and we'll remove the GPU, and we're running strictly off the APU. And I believe I filed the flight plan already. Live map. Yeah, I did. Okay. Elevation 3606. We are at gate 2. So this top coordinate is the one we want. So we're going to go to init. And we're going from AMA, A, to ABQ. And do United 1399 150 3513-1. Top one matches this, and then 101.42.4. So good to go. Go back to init. We'll wait to put in our cruise until we know we're going to get the flight plan to which we filed. And we are at AMA. It might not work on this for some reason. It doesn't like it. That's weird. It works on my laptop. Wonder why it doesn't work. Let's try it one more time. Let's try ABQ. Where's Q? Okay, so Amarillo probably doesn't have an operational ATIS, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, it does. It's not showing up on this though. It's AMA. He doesn't have it on this list. So I'll let the guy know he should probably add AMA unless AMA is not D ATIS. That would make sense. see if AMA has a D-ATIS, because if it doesn't have D-ATIS, then you won't be able to get it. Oh, it's not D-ATIS, that's why. Okay. Alright. So this is just D-ATIS, which is text ATIS, and Amarillo doesn't have it. They do have ATIS, it's just not text. So we do it the old-fashioned way. 1885. Pop that out.
7, arriving and departing runway 22. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information golf. Amarillo International Airport, 8 is information golf. 1853 Zulu. Wind 310 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 21. Dew point -9er. Altimeter 2977. Arriving and departing runway 22. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery.
Alright, we got what we wanted there. So 3606, 3606, 3606. Then we're gonna need a departure. Actually, no departure apparently. All right. Let's get our clearance and see what happens. So clearance is 121.65. .65 and ground controls 21.9er. So we'll get that ready. And I'll wait a second, make sure we don't step on anyone. Continue the boarding process. Windows open.
Gotcha.
Afternoon, Amarillo, clearance, United 1399 at the terminal with Golf IFR, Albuquerque.
Sky 698, Seattle Center, go to the Wenatchee Airport, effect to departure.
I didn't hear the other guy.
Maintain 3000.
Apparently the two of us were asking for clearance at the same
departure.
time.
Departure frequency 126.6. Squawk 3740, release for departure clearance, what if not off in 20 minutes.
Fueling is done, we'll turn off the refuelers. Get rid of the fuel truck.
Height 698, read back correct. United 1399, Amarillo clearance, clear the Albuquerque Airport. Via red vectors asphalt, maintain 17,000, expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 100.5, squawk 3141.
Cleared that Albuquerque, radar vectors as filed. Climb, maintain 17,000. Expect flight level 320 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure 119.5, squawk 3141, United 1399.
Yeah, 1399, read back correct.
Alright, so let's punch over to ground so I don't forget that. And tower is 18.3. So I'll get tower set up on standby. you can't see it on standby because I use a radio panel.
Tower 516,
So you only see it when I
short
flip
runway
it to
33.
primary on this plane. My Boeing, you'll see the other one.
Tower, clear for takeoff, wind 1107.
Alright, GPS
Runway
and
33, clear for takeoff, 6 Tango Tango.
320 is our cruise. That'll automatically give us our temperature at that altitude, which is negative 48 Celsius, which is super cold. Alright, flight plan, AMA, departure. Already forgot. I'm having one of those days, I can't. CRS. Alright, 22. And so we got a runway. And now I need a flight plan. So PNH, which is Panhandle VOR. So we're gonna do PNH, and we're gonna put it right here at the disco. And it gives us two options, one that's 1 nautical mile or one that's 7,628 nautical miles away. So I think we'll go with that one. And then we'll click on Panhandle, and then we'll go to Airways. So from Panhandle, we're going to join the jet route J6. And we're going to follow that to Tucumcari, which is TCC. And then we're going to put that in there. So we got a PNH to J6 to TCC. So that's the entire airway. And then we're going to have to load an arrival into Albuquerque. Since we're leaving a jet airway, we're going to pick up a star arrival, which will be the Coulter 3 arrival. And we're going to plan for an RNP approach, which is fun. So RNAV Zulu 26. RNAV Zulu. So it's identifier. They have different initial approach fixes or whatever, so that's why there's two different ones. So you got to look at the chart, which I'll show you the difference. So I know we want the Zulu one from the star Coulter 3, and this is approach via, so that means full approach. So RNAV 26 Zulu via whatever one of these things is from the Coulter 3. So the via is going to be
November 4 Charlie Lima, 3 miles from ZPOC, turn left heading 010, maintain 8,000 until stops in the final approach course, clear at the LDA, runway 35 approach.
I want 26 Zulu. So the via is taco. I guess it's a taco. Yeah, I guess that's how you say it, taco. So we're gonna go from taco, and we also need a transition for the start. So we need to do right arrow, and we're taking the star from TCC, which is Tucumcari. So here's our entire arrival in yellow up at the top. So we're gonna start with the Coulter 3 from TCC, and we're gonna do the RNAV 26 Zulu via the taco, the intermediate fix. So temp
clearance southwest 137
and then
clearance to Seattle.
Southwest 137, solid clearance, clear to Seattle Airport, Signal 1 departure, Twin Falls transition, then as follows,
so
maintain
that
10,000 and 230 knots. Squawk 2540.
Then we'll do
Clear to the
init,
Seagull,
wind,
or clear to Seattle Airport, Seagull 1 trip.
init,
Departure,
page 2,
Twin
we'll
Falls
put in our weight.
transition, maintain 1010,000, 230 knots, squawk 2540, Southwest 137.
Southwest 137, read back correct.
31.2.
Charlie, my heading 310 to join, descend and maintain 7,000 till established.
Fuel 5.4. And perf is, that'd be 4110.
Tank clearance, November 229 Alpha Tango, Pilatus DC-12,
Do that.
IFR to Spokane, picking up clearance.
200.
Richard and Alpha Tango, pain clearance, Grady, Spokane Airport. Pain 6 departure, vectors as filed, maintain 2,000, squawk
MDA
5155.
is
Clear to Spokane Airport via the Pain 6 departure, then vectors as filed, go to 2,000, and we'll squawk 5155, 9 Alpha Tango.
Alpha Tango, read back correct.
MDA is 5745. Howdy, do you know a good website to download add-ons for FSX? I don't, because I'm flying X-Plane. But not all, most streamers that fly X-Plane use FSX for the category. So you'll see in my stream title, XP11, PilotEdge, Flight Factor, Airbus A320, Amarillo to Albuquerque. So my stream description shows the sim, and you're going to find that 99% of streamers on X-Plane will have a category of Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Now, if you just bought FSX, the Steam edition, I don't know anything about FSX, but the better platform is X-Plane, so I don't know if you have the ability to return it and get X-Plane. Because Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is coming out sometime this year, at least they say so, and it's going to blow away all the competition, allegedly. But right now, the best sim out there is X-Plane. It has the most add-ons, the most airplanes, the most scenery, and the lighting and the flight physics, everything just blows away FSX. You tried XP11, but it wouldn't let me use my PS4 controllers to take off. Yeah, I can see that might be an issue. Most of us use hardware like yokes and joysticks and regular aviation type stuff. FS 2020 looks insane. It just looks too good to be real. Yeah, and that's what some of the streamers are saying. The ones that are taking part of the alpha build are saying that it looks a little, that it doesn't look as good when they're actually in the game. That they kind of doctor it up for the public videos. At least that's what I'm hearing through the rumor mill. I don't have any inside source. I've never seen real gameplay, so I have no idea. The screenshots I've seen look incredible, so I don't know where some people say that, but the screenshots look really, really good. So 5860 for 500 AGL. But try Xbox controller at the same problem. Huh. That's a good idea. Yeah. If you have a VR headset, I know Oculus comes with an Xbox controller, so that's a good idea. You might want to try that. But if you get, if you get heavy into these sims, you're gonna want like the GA yoke and or a joystick. If you want to save real estate on your desk, the joystick is the best way to go. Makes it easier to handle the airplanes. Zebo regular release of screenshots by alpha testers, and they all look very good. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know, Mango, because someone said in our stream the other day that people in the alpha build were saying it doesn't look as good as what they're portraying it to be. So, but the screenshots I've seen look on point. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to buy it until it's a public beta, and with very little, if any, issues. I don't like issues with my sim, so I might just wait to the release, which someone said that they're not even expecting it to release in 2020, actually. I don't know how accurate that is, but open beta, just give me the complete game. Yeah, right? So many people use open betas these days. I guess they want to use the paying customers to find bugs for them. And the only thing I like beta for is some of these aircraft, individual aircraft like the Boeing 763 and even the Flight Vector Airbus A320. Sometimes you have to get a beta build to get the latest features. So it's like the market is turning to where you have to have a beta to have the best features. And there's like DCS is really bad. Like when they first came out with the F-16, like you could buy the Viper, but you had to fly it on the beta. Of course, that was a while ago, but now you can fly the Viper on stable release on DCS, but it's just turning into a beta type thing where everybody has to have a beta to fly anything. Alright, so we're gonna do runway 22. Runway 22, Taurus 13.5. Grab our weather. Is that a A320, the one I'm flying? Yeah. Yep. The one I'm flying is a A320. So I'm getting my perf data right now for the D-rated takeoff for flex temperature for Airbus. Boeing is D-rated, Airbus is flex. Same thing. Basically, it prolongs the life of the engines so you don't go full power every time you take off. 310 at 9. Actually, I'm showing 6 knots at 320 in my sim. And the takeoff weight is 66272 is 146 104 pounds. And that was 218.
Salt Lake ground, Southwest 137 at the terminal, ready to taxi with India.
Alright, so we got our V1, 162. I think that's probably across the board, yep. The flex temperature 63. So we'll double check that.
34 right via Delta Southwest 137.
Before we get out of here.
Via hotel Southwest 137.
Last time I flew FSX like 10 years ago, Airbus was so bugged I had to stick with a 737. See, the X-Plane has a 737 that comes with X-Plane, and there is a mod for it that people made that makes it a payware quality aircraft for free. I mean, donationware, I guess you could say, but it has way better stuff with the stock 737. Now, the plane I'm flying, this is my favorite plane that I fly. I got like 12 airplanes, airliners, turboprops, and GA. I fly everything. But this is my favorite plane, and this is made by Flight Vector, so it's a payware aircraft. It's about $80 on the X-Plane store, but it's worth every penny. There's some planes that I've paid $38 for, and nothing is simulated other than the engines run. You know, it's just crazy. All right, we're gonna go to our perf, and it's 162 across the board, basically using the entire runway. It's not wet, otherwise we definitely would have a shorter V1. And the D-rated flex temperature is 63. Check that when we get out of here, or before we get out of here. Turn on the fuel pumps. I would get X-Plane 11 if it wasn't $60. Yeah, but you know, if you think about it, a single airplane, and just about, or I should say, any airliner that you buy is going to be more than the cost of X-Plane. Any airliner out there, like the Thales just released their 321, which is it's licensed by Airbus as well. That's $80. So I mean, like, half the add-ons that you buy cost more than the entire sim, and the entire sim gives you a bunch of airplanes that you can fly that are decent aircraft. So, you know, to say that you don't want to spend $60 on what most of us would say is a superior sim, I don't agree with, because add-on aircraft cost more than the actual sim. So to throw $60 at a better sim than FSX, I think it's worth the $60 to buy X-Plane. Honestly, until Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, you know, it has all the add-ons that X-Plane has. X-Plane is just better. I mean, that's just my opinion, and everybody has an opinion, just like they have other things, you know. So I'm not disagreeing, other than my own opinion.
Squawk 5231.
All right, so we are cleared to, I don't know what did he say? 17,000. We're gonna go up to 17. Cleared to 17,000.
0 Delta Whiskey, redirect correct. November 6 Tango Tango contact Denver Center 127.02.
Drive away our ground people. So do you think the new FS will license airliners like Delta, American, JetBlue, etc.? Well, it's more that the aircraft developers get licensed for the actual aircraft. So, like Thales worked with Airbus engineers, and they were able to get a license through Airbus to basically say that the Airbus 321 that they just released is a licensed product. And same thing with Airbus. They're working together with Dassault Aviation for the Falcon 8X 3-engine business jet, and that's going to be licensed through Dassault as well as Airbus. So a lot of developers are now working hand in hand with real-world airplane makers to create a very system-in-depth simulator for your home PC. So it's just amazing what they can do these days. So as a flight simulator licensing through Delta, American, Jet, all right, those are just airlines. Those are not licensed. So, you know, when I say Airbus, the manufacturer of Airbus provided the license. Dassault Aviation provided a license for the Falcon 8X through Airbus. So there is no license for Delta, American, JetBlue. Those are just liveries, the paint schemes that you can download, you know, like this. So this is a United Airlines livery that I downloaded. It's not a license, it's just a paint job. So they don't need licenses for anything like that. Alright, hydraulics are low on the actuator, so we're going to turn on the yellow pump to 3,000 psi. That will fix that issue. So now actuator is back in the green. Go to the electric, and we'll go ahead and brief the flight plan, which is, I thought they had to license their logos. You know, I don't know, Jurassic, or Junetastic, Wantastic. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Like, that's a valid point. They could be licensed. These these liveries, you know, if they come out with a United livery,
00 Delta Whiskey,
would there be a
Center,
license
contact, maintaining
involved?
level 300.
If there is, there's no word in it in any of the hundreds of forms that I have read over the past 3 years. So I have never read or seen a YouTube video pertaining to simulated aircraft to where there was a license issue with using a United paint job. I've never read that. Now, I'm not saying it's not there. Maybe X-Plane, maybe FSX has to pay some sort of money to use those liveries. That could be. That's a good point. That could very be, but I've never read that anywhere. But I'm not a real pilot. I'm just a real world simulator pilot. That I do my best to follow real world ATC stuff. I also hope the AI ATC sounds less robotic in the new flight simulator. Well, what you're listening to on my stream is a professional ATC service. So the ATC that I'm talking to is a subscription-based ATC called PilotEdge. So it is a this is professional air traffic control. So you can go to the live map.
Departure Southwest 137.
You see all the drones. So these are all the online planes. So for me, AI ATC is you don't get any experience. You don't learn anything. So the guy you're listening to is controlling the Western expansion pack of the PilotEdge network. So, you know, we're down here by Amarillo. That's me with our flight plan. And all these little guys are drones. They're just airplanes that will show up on your TCAS, and the ATC guys will vector you around them or tell you there's traffic at your 2 o'clock or whatever. So you can hide the drones, but they do show up in the sim to where only these are all real people.
Good evening,
and then you have the service area, so you're guaranteed ATC in this entire area. So to me, I would rather learn and practice real world procedures like they do in the real world than using any kind of AI ATC, because AI, if you make a mistake, no one's going to tell you made a mistake. But when you pay for PilotEdge, these guys are highly trained air traffic controllers. They know what they're doing, and people will make mistakes and they'll correct you on this network. That's why I love this network. It's just so in depth. All right, so we're going to take off runway 22. We're going to get radar vectors to Jetway 6 for the Coulter 3 arrival. So the Coulter 3 will start from Tucumcari, and we're going to follow the arrival. So at Taller, we got to be between flight level 200 and 280, and we got to pass at 270 knots, right on the money. Line above and below means you got to cross at that speed, no faster, no less. And professional ATC, they'll keep an eye on this. So if I'm high, they'll tell me and we'll get in trouble. I mean, not literal, but they'll say that we are in violation of the restrictions that are published on the star. So you have to fly this. If you use an AI ATC, they'll never tell you you're in violation, at least not that I'm aware of. And I'd rather talk to real people than some sort of animated whatever. But so then we're going to come down here, and this is where we decide, or we need to know by here which runway operations are in use at Albuquerque. So landing 3, 8 of 21, we have to follow these. So if you're going to land 3, it'd be expect radar vectors to prime of course after planet, so down here. But we're going to do an RNAV to 276, whatever it was, from Tucon, actually. So I'm going to plan to land 2-6. So that would be our nav right here. So we're going to end the star at 2 Ka or whatever, and we'll pick up the RMP approach to come up here. So the final approach fix is Chinga. So at Chinga, which has this little lightning bolt, to be at 7,000, we got to be fully configured for landing by Chinga because we only got 4 miles to go. So landing gear down, full flaps, everything by Chinga. So we'll be slowing down for this. And plus there's a speed restriction. We got to be less than 210 knots at this waypoint. So we'll slow down and then we'll land on that runway. Unless the operation changes. If it changes, then we'll have a second, which will probably be, let me think here, RNAV Zulu 8 maybe.
Paying ground November 229 or Alpha Tango. I had some issues and I'm going to resume
So
my flight.
From the same
via Alpha to taxiway 34
from the same
left, okay.
initial approach fix, or actually it's an intermediate fix, IF. From there, we'll come all the way down to Gazelle, which is the final approach fix. So if we were going to land going the other way, we'll use this approach. Otherwise, we'll use the other one. So there's 2 RMPs available to us, and there's rain here. And the only ILS available is 3, which is just regular ILS, 200 radar altitude minimums. So that's it. That's the flight plan.
Payne Tower, November 229 or Alpha Tango at 34 left, ready for departure.
229 Alpha Tango, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 34 left, 9 Alpha Tango.
Check our emergency gen here. Go through all the tests, we'll clear out the warnings. Check FADIC, make sure the engines are working.
Yes, Captain. We are waiting for your instruction. Ground to flight deck. All holds and hatches are closed. Walk round complete.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Yeah, that's great. Let's start the pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Close that window, because otherwise it might get a little breezy in here. Fuel's 5.2, so we'll update that on init page 2. That will also update our times. Right now it's 34 minutes extra fuel. Now we're at 28. So that's why you do that right before you're ready to start. And if you leave it on the init page 2, it'll automatically roll to the fuel prediction page, which will give us a CG that we can use for trim purposes. So we're going to leave it right there.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Check our fire alarms.
Citation 0 Delta Whiskey, contact Select Center 135.77.
Looks like Project Fly is working again. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started.
Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Number 800 Delta Whiskey, Select Center, roger.
What? That can't be right. What if I
Main Tower, November 229 on Alpha Tango, back with you.
Project Fly seems to be working, but it's maybe the stream part's not working. So I'll just leave that off for now. I do have it running in the background. I just don't have the stream overlay. That's fine.
Salt Lake departure. Correction, Seattle departure. Radar contact. Climb maintain. Flight level 180. Pursue direct Wenatchee.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
Ignition 2. Hydraulics. Start 2. Watch hydraulics on the bottom, and I like to watch the engine on top.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow.
404.
San Francisco Ground American 101, ready taxi with hotel.
Down 0.5.
Alpha Golf Bravo will check that, American 101.
Verify that's runway 1 left.
Hey, from 1 left, American 101.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time, and have a great flight.
Check out my perf data. So the winds are still, let's see, 300. I'm gonna have to double check this to 10 knots. Temperature is 21, altimeter is 29.74. Takeoff weight's the same. 162 across the board with 63 for flex. So nothing's changed.
Delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information golf.
It's still golf, nothing's changed. We're doing 3141. Ground. Amarillo ground, United 1399. It's a terminal. Current wick off. Ready to taxi.
Yeah, 1399, runway 22, taxi via Papa.
22 via Papa, United 1399.
San Francisco Tower, American 101, short 1 left at Bravo, ready for departure.
American 101, San Francisco Tower, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
1 left, clear for takeoff, American 101.
Play chicken with this guy. I win. Oh, look, he stopped. Oh, he went around me. Okay. It's the little things. I guess DCS is going to have an update on Wednesday, March 4th. Hopefully they'll fix the aircraft carrier because it is really broken right now. I'm going to be doing a stream later in DCS. I want to do a little mission testing. I might stream it. I mainly stream DCS just so I can take notes afterward for my missions, because I build the missions and then test them.
That Alpha Tango, contact Seattle Center 125.1. American 101, gonna no call departure.
NorCal departure, American 101.
Disney Alpha Tango, Seattle Center, Roger. American 101, NorCal departure at a contact, climb maintain flight level 190.
Solid clearance Delta 1482 IFR to Vegas.
Delta 1482, solid clearance, clear Las Vegas Airport, Arches 1, departure, Milford, transition and S-bound. Maintain 10,000, squawk 4415.
Delta 1482 is clear to Vegas and the Arches 1 to Milford, then is filed, maintain 10,000 and 4415.
Delta 1482, read back, right?
Alright, 18.3 for tower. Departures 19.5. Let me get that ready. Perf is valid. Auto brake, signs, spoilers, flaps, takeoff config, and packs. Terrain radar is on. Amarillo Tower, United 1399, hold short 22.
Yeah, 1399 Amarillo Tower, fly runway heading, runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, runway 22, clear for takeoff, United 1399. Alright, strobes, lights. Packs off.
Approaching 2-2.
And runway heading is 218.
On runway 22.
Engines 50%. Engines are stable. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. It's definitely a right crosswind. 80 knots. Do 162 on the VR. V1 VR 162.
Gotcha.
Positive brake, gear coming up. Hold it at 18 degrees until we get to 500 AGL. Climb. heading. Packs back on, spoilers unarmed. Laps out.
United 1399, contact departure.
Over to departure, United 13919. 19.5, which is Amarillo departure. Amarillo departure, United 1399, 6,800 for 17,000.
United 1399, Amarillo departure and a contact, proceed direct to Cumcary.
Clear direct to Cumcary, United 1399. Alright. To Cumcary as TCC. So we do direct to Cumcary, direct to insert. There we go. On our way. Feet. The lighting comes off.
American 101, contact Delco Center 127.45.
We'll turn on the weather radar because there is rain in around Albuquerque, so. In fact, we'll increase the gain and point the radar down 1 notch.
American 101, Oakland Center, roger. Call maintain level 350. Sky 690 inside, you have 1 at you, weather, stay approach request. Sky 698, roger. Pursue direct Wenatchee, cross Wenatchee at 9,000, clear DR, and optional runway 30 approach.
Let's do the project fly. It might be working, it's just I would have to close out OBS and reopen it.
United 1399, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6.
Albuquerque Center 134.6, United 1399. Albuquerque Center, United 1399, 12,300 for 17,000.
United 1399, Albuquerque Center, call maintain flight level 320.
I maintain flight level 320, United 1399. It's about a 10-minute cruise. So I'm adjusting the speed right there. to see how long my cruise is. So we'll be at our top of climb at 2052, and then we'll be at our top of descent at 2100. That's roughly a 10-minute cruise. That's plenty. Because I got like little checks that I do at my cruise, so that'll work. We just have to climb quickly to get there. Coming up to transition altitude of flight level 180. At which point we will go to standard on primary and secondary, or backup. STD, STD. Do seatbelts to auto. It's weird to fly without having ortho scenery. I bought Orbix North California. Got it on sale for the leap year sale. Got it for like 20 bucks. So I haven't installed it yet, but I'm planning to do some San Francisco flying this week. So I didn't want to try to install it this weekend because everybody and their brother is using the Orbix servers to download, so everything is super slow. So I figure when people go back to work this week, that should allow me to have a faster download and faster install. So planning to do that later this week, to do some Northern California flying and check out the new ortho scenery that I bought.
Number 1482 on the ground, 34 right, taxi via Echo Hotel.
Testing to make sure I changed it, which I did. Okay.
Delta 1482, select tower, trail setting 280, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Southwest 137, step away for a minute again.
Okay. Delta 1482, kind of departure.
Salt Lake Center, Southwest 137 is back with you.
Delta 1482, select departure, and contact, climb, maintain flight level 230. Delta 1482, push direct to arches.
Southwest 137 is back.
Southwest 137, right. Delta 1482, contact Salt Lake Center 135.77.
Say again, last call sign, 516 Tango Tango.
6 Tango Tango was a 3.
Salt Lake Delta 1482, it's flight level 210 over 230.
Delta 1482, Salt Lake Center, climb maintain level 320.
It's 320, Delta 14.
3 Echo 654, Seattle, clearance again. And I'll fly on file. Number 106 here, Tango and request demo. November 106 here, Tango, clear to the Eugene Airport, North Bend 6 departure to the Scotty transition, Victor 121, then as filed. Maintain 7000, departure frequency 121.4, squawk 4343. Six zero Tango 8 back correct. Citation 0 Delta Whiskey, contact Salt Lake Center 128.72.
128.720. Salt Lake State, Station 80, Delta Whiskey, flight level 300.
Over 800 Delta Whiskey, Salt Lake Center, roger. United 1399 to 78 call to RSV arrival, runway 26 transition Albuquerque altimeter 2987.
Descend via the Coulter 3 arrival, 26 transition, 2987, United 1399.
Navy 3 Echo 654, clear to the Whidbey Island Airport. Via Seattle 7 departure, vectors as filed, maintain 5000. Departure frequency 100.2, squawk 3012. 3 Echo 654, be back right.
Landing altitude for Albuquerque 5355. Alright, that's within 75. Okay. And D8 is for Albuquerque is
River 60 Tango, it's whatever you want, but runway 4 if you don't have a request.
Good afternoon, Sierra Jet 405 Juliet Hotel with you at flight level 230.
Number 405 Juliet Hotel, Albuquerque Center, descend with the Hydro 1 arrival, runway 8 transition, Phoenix altimeter 2984.
Descend via the Hydra and plan on runway 8 for 5 Juliet Hotel.
Albuquerque Center, United 1399, I've left 320. Okay.
Sky 698, report IFR position in the air on this frequency, on the ground 1 to 2.2, change the size frequency.
Sky High 698 would like to go ahead and cancel IFR and switch to the CTAF.
Sky 698, IFR position, receive squawk VFR, and pass on the Sky 3.
Squawking VFR, frequency change approved for Sky 698, thanks for your help.
River 1 Juliet Hotel, descend at Palace Crush, maintain 17,000, Lake Tahoe altimeter 3, Crush 2992. November 1511 Hotel, descend Palace Crush, maintain 17,000, altimeter 2992.
Sierra. Can land.
Descend the pilot discretion down to 17,000, 2992, Alpha 91501 Hotel.
American 101, Cali Center 133.2.
133.2, American 101, have a good day.
November 6 Tango, contact Albuquerque Center 128.45.
Contact Albuquerque Center 28.45. 6 Tango.
Maybe 3 Echo 654, runway 16 left, next to get Bravo.
Albuquerque Center 516 Tango with you at 17,000.
516 Tango, Albuquerque Center, Flagstaff altimeter 2990.
2990, 6 Tango.
Southwest 137, contact Seattle Center 125.1. Southwest 137, contact Seattle Center 125.1.
125.1 for Southwest 137.
75 miles away. Okay.
Seattle Center, Southwest 137, flight level 360.
Southwest 137, Seattle Center, roger. Phenom 11 Hotel, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
32-2, Phenom 11 Hotel.
November 9 Alpha Tango, positive discretion, maintain 13,000, Spokane altimeter 3020.
13,000, 3020, 9 Alpha Tango.
Oakland Center, Phenom 1511 Hotel, flight level 257 for 170.
November 1511 Hotel, Oakland Center, advise you of the weather at Lake Tahoe and the approach request.
Oh, we have the weather and request the RNAV 18 from Hugo.
November 11 Hotel, cross Hydro at or above 1000, clear DR, not runway 18 approach.
Clear Hydro at 1000, cleared the RNAV 18 approach, Phenom 1511 Hotel.
AB3 Echo 654, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff. November 106 here, Tango, runway 4, taxi via Alpha Charlie. Unit 1399, contact Albuquerque approach 123.9.
Albuquerque approach 123.9er, yeah, 13. Albuquerque approach, United 1399, descend via the Coulter 3, arrival 26 transition, current with Sierra, leaving flight level 187. Request RNAV Zulu 26 approach.
United 1399, Albuquerque approach, Taco cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 26.
Taco cleared RNAV Zulu 26 approach, United 1399. It's 2987.
November 9 Alpha Tango, contact Spokane approach 123.75.
It's cross feeding. It's pretty cool.
Spokane approach, November 229 Alpha Tango, level 12,000 with hotel.
November 229 Alpha Tango, Spokane approach, expect visual approach, runway 21, descend to maintain 5,000.
We'll expect the visual for 21 and we're descending to 5,000, 9 Alpha Tango.
November 5 Juliet Hotel connects Phoenix approach 128.65. Navy 3 Echo 654, connect departure.
Phoenix approach, good afternoon, Cirrus Track 405 Juliet Hotel. Information Juliet, descending out of 18.2 for 15,000.
Number 405 Juliet Hotel, Phoenix approach, expect visual approach, runway 7 right.
Okay, we'll expect the visual for 7 right, 5 Juliet Hotel.
So departure, Navy 3 Echo 654, south of Seattle International, level 7,000. Navy 3 Echo 654, Seattle departure at a contact. Turn left to proceed direct Payne. Turn left to proceed direct Payne, Navy Echo 654. Navy 3 Echo 654, see altitude. Navy 3 Echo 654, level 7,000. Alright, you're supposed to stop at 5,000. What's your final altitude? Navy 3 Echo 654, apologize. Coming down 5,000, final altitude was 7,000. Negative. I showed you filed 5,000. Would you like 7,000? Navy 3 Echo 654, yeah, affirmative. 7,000 work great. Navy 3 Echo 654, call me maintain 7,000. Navy 3 Echo 654, maintain 7,000. Number 106 here, Tango North Bend Tower, runway 4, clear for takeoff. Freedom 11 Hotel, Red 7 Stereo, report IFR decision on this frequency change approved. Say again for Navy 3 Echo 4.
M9, how you doing there, sir? How's your Sunday afternoon? How's your Sunday afternoon?
$2,500.
Going fairly well, just jumping in the DA62 for a short flight across Southern California. So is that the new one you've been working on? You're like flying it for fun and testing it, or is it a different model? Or I probably am confusing the DA62 with the project you're working on. The Cirrus, that's what it is, yep. It's not even in your hands yet? Oh, okay. Yep, I'm getting those two confused all the time.
So 6 here, Tango, contact Seattle Center.
I did this longer flight because I had to work on some things on my computer in the background, so I figured I'd kill two birds with one stone.
$2,500.
Over 106 here, Tango Seattle Center, ready to contact. Over 9 Alpha Tango, Spokane Airport, 12 o'clock, 1 mile.
Airport inside, 9 Alpha Tango.
Over 9 Alpha Tango, clear visual approach, runway 21.
Clear visual, runway 21, 9 Alpha Tango.
United 1399, contact tower 120.3.
Albuquerque Tower 120.3, United 13. Albuquerque Tower, United 1399, RNAV 26.
United 1399, Albuquerque Tower 120014, runway 26, clear to land.
Runway 26, clear to land, United 1399.
Delta 1482, contact LA Center 124.62. Over 9 Alpha Tango, connect tower 18.3.
Spokane Tower, November 229 Alpha Tango on a right downwind for runway 21 with the information hotel.
Over 229 Alpha Tango, Spokane Tower, wind 230 at 11, gust 16, runway 21, clear the line.
I think I messed up on
Clear the land, runway 21, 9 Alpha Tango.
I messed up. Trying to do too many things at once.
November 5 Juliet Hotel, Phoenix Airport, 12 o'clock, 15 mile. November 5 Juliet Hotel, clear visual approach, runway 7 right.
Yep. Garbaged up that approach. That's alright. Make it work. Totally forgot to hit the approach button.
1,000.
Navy 3 Echo 654, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
Approaching 26.
500. 100 above. 400.
Freedom 151, hotel line for condition received.
Minimum 300. 200.
Navy 3 Echo 654, Seattle Center, roger.
50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Navy 3 Echo 654, roger.
It's a breezy crosswind. No excuses, I had that boogered up from the very beginning.
Over 200 Kilo Charlie, Albuquerque Center, descend the Hydro 1 arrival, runway 8 transition, Phoenix altimeter 2984. Julia Hotel, connect tower 120, point enter. United 1399, taxi around V Alpha, remain this frequency.
Alpha to the ramp with you, United 1399, thanks.
Phoenix Towers, Sirius Jet 405, Julia Hotel on the visual 7 right.
Approaching 21.
405, Julia Hotel, Seattle, correction, Phoenix Tower, remain 7 right, clear land, wind calm.
Clear land 7 right, about Julia Hotel.
Southwest 137, cross ready, outdoor above 16,000, Seattle altimeter is 3040.
Not the best landing, but
Navy 3 Echo 654, roger.
hey Eagle, how you doing there, bud?
Navy 3 Echo 654, do you have an approach request?
And by the time I realized I didn't hit the approach button on the R&P approach, I had already passed the final approach fix, so it doesn't work. Gotta have the approach button pressed before 7,000 on that.
Ground plus 594 Whiskey Alpha.
594 Whiskey Alpha, Glacier Ground.
Alright, sorry about that, some audio issues. We'd like to pick up our IFR Barnes ferry with information Delta.
Roger, on request, Neva. Navy 3 Echo 654, pursue direct Penn Cove, cross Penn Cove at or above 4,000, clear the ILS runway 14 approach.
There's like no airplanes here. I wonder why that is.
Remember Alpha Tango, taxi around via Golf, remain this frequency.
Taxi via Golf, we'll remain on the freak, 9 Alpha Tango. And Spokane Tower, 9 Alpha Tango. Hey, what does it make to make a complete flight? Is this considered a complete flight?
You know the old saying, any landing. Yeah. I was just telling you about, I was doing multiple things at once on that flight, so I was still trying to finish up what I was doing, and I totally forgot to hit the approach. But, you know, in the real world, if you don't have a stable approach, you would just go around. But in a sim, sometimes it's fun to do the chaotic landings. Alright, so we got APU on. We're gonna shut down the engines.
American 1442.
Ready.
American 1442, clear to leave Boise Airport, Miami 4 departure. Kimberly transition, then as filed. Maintain 7000, departure frequency 124.35, squawk 2546.
We're cleared to Boise, 184 departure, Kimberly transition, then S5, climbing T7000, frequency 124.35, transponder 2546 for American 1442.
American 1442, read back correct.
I wonder. Let's try something real quick. Disconnected. So I disconnected from the network. I'm going to see that this auto saves every 5 minutes. I'm curious if I can have a second attempt at that approach. It might have been right at that 5-minute mark. We'll see. There's no ATC, but I want to see if this works. Can't hurt to try. It might. Well, apparently 5 minutes ago thinks I was still parked here, so okay. I hit load. Yeah, whatever. There's Traffic Global. I was wondering where my Traffic Global guys are. I don't know why there's no planes here. Traffic Global should have a bunch of planes. I mean, there's like... I don't know why there's no planes here at Traffic Global. It's weird. I think he even disappeared. That guy just parked. Yeah. So there's an issue with the ramp starts, I guess, with Traffic Global because not a single gate is being used. Guess I'll get in touch with Mr. X because this is a payware airport. This is not free. This is I paid for this one, so it should work with Traffic Global. Alright, let's shut that down. Let's see if the replay works. Might not. Oh no, it seems to work. Okay. I think I was all over the place. I think they're crosswind too. It was a crosswind. A little bit of a crosswind. A little bit of a thud, but we got her down. All right, let's see what it looks like from a passenger's perspective. That was fine, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, sometimes it feels much worse because of the noise. Like if you land anything more than 200 feet per minute, it makes a kind of a thud sound, so it sounds worse than it is. But you're right. You know, when you look at it from the outside, it doesn't look as bad. Actually, I closed out the Project Fly, so I can tell you what the feet per minute was. It was 264, so it was not a bad landing. It was just solid. 264. I don't get really mad, not mad. I consider it a bad landing if it's over 400, because then it's like, you know that people felt that. But anything in the 200s is a good, solid landing. And then, 400s is pretty bad. Most virtual airlines, if it's 700, will reject the pilot flight. Like, you won't get credit for it over 700 feet per minute. But yeah, that was only 264. I'll take that one. That's why there are shocks on the gear, right? The King Air, I really like the shocks on the King Air. It's they have animation on that plane. I guess a lot of models these days have the animation. It looks good that way. Count to 5. Now I hear a plane. Yeah. I wonder if loading in here would fix that. Let's see what that does. And we'll put us in a different gate. Let's see if Traffic Global puts planes now, because sometimes Traffic Global works when you first load, but when you land, sometimes it has issues. It's not horrible. That's why, yeah. So we'll give this a see if that does it. If it doesn't, then I'll send Mr. X a log text file and see what he thinks. Traffic Global works with all of his other stuff. No. Planes are moving around on the outside, but nothing at the gate. Weird. It's definitely a scenery developer issue. I don't know how to fix that. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Looks like most of y'all showed up at the end of the flight, which is cool. I'm planning to possibly stream some DCS later tonight. I don't know. I have a dental appointment first thing tomorrow morning, so I have to get drilled on. That's always fun. So I might not stream tomorrow afternoon, especially if I have Novocaine and I can't talk, that would be kind of hilarious. So maybe I will stream. But we'll have to see how I feel for after being drilled on. Got like 3 teeth I got to drill on. Horrible, horrible. Just caught the end, but oh yeah, that's no big deal. Like I said, I'd picked this flight because I wanted to do stuff in the background, so I was kind of happy that there was no one around because I wasn't even looking at the sim for half the flight. I was working on some other website stuff I've been working on. All right, guys. If I do stream again this afternoon, it will be in the DCS F-18 Hornet. Got to test some of my mission triggers. All right, guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll catch you next time. See you, Eagle, M9. Y'all take care. Chase out.
1541.
On Alaska 1157, climb maintain flight level 200.
Maintain 200, Alaska 1157.
Lima 237 traffic south 3 miles westbound. Embraer 7400, climbing flight level 200 on correction Airbus.
237. Albuquerque departure, Skyhawk 6232 Delta climb through 6000.
Number 6232 Delta Albuquerque departure, radar contact. Are you looking to make a right-hand turn heading 020?
Yeah, I can accept the right turn 020.
And November 32 Delta, for now continue on your present heading.
Present heading 32 Delta.
Alaska 1157, turn right, heading 340.
Right, 340, Alaska 1157.
November 32 Delta, turn right on course.
Right on course 32 Delta.
Alaska 1157, are you able to pick up the Largo 3 departure and our current heading?
Affirmative, Alaska 1157.
Alaska 1157, roger. Establish on the Largo 3 to Rattlesnake.
Alright, we'll establish on the Largo 3 or Rattlesnake, Alaska 1157.
Alaska 1157, contact Albuquerque Center 132.8, good day.
328, Alaska 1157, have a good day.